Hi, this is Chris. I'm the managing editor of Tom's Hardware, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about Intel's new Core i5 and Core i7 processors. Now, Intel's stack is actually a little complicated right now because you have the Core 2, which you're familiar with, and now you have Core i5, Core i7, both for LGA 1156, and then Core i7 up top for LGA 1366. So the Core 2 quads that you're familiar with, I mean, these are priced in mainstream price points. They're going to fall down the stack a little bit, and now you're going to have Core i5 right at the same price points. This is the mainstream part, but it's actually going to be a performance component as well. It's got turbo boost technology, so the single-threaded applications that you were running before, not seeing a gain on with multiple cores, are now going to be faster. And when you're threaded, it's a quad-core processor, so that's going to enjoy the same benefits as you've seen from quad-core processors in the past, but the added benefit of Intel's Nehalem architecture, which you saw introduced last year with the Bloomfield design. Core i7 steps that up, same socket interface, but now you have the addition of hyperthreading as well. And hyperthreading is Intel's SMT technology that allows one physical core to behave as a pair of virtual cores or logical cores. That's going to give you 8 threads of processing capacity from a quad-core chip. Up at the top with Core i7 for 1366, you've got Bloomfield still. That's the high-end enthusiast part. It's going to remain, but we think you're going to see some better performance from the 1156 parts. When Intel introduced the Core i7 last year, it was on the X58 Express chipset, which was a 3-chip architecture because it had the processor, the North Bridge, and the South Bridge. Core i5, Core i7 for the LGA 1156 takes us down to a 2-chip architecture. Intel has integrated a lot of the functionality that was once in the North Bridge is now in the processor. So the memory controller, the PCI Express connectivity, that's all up north on the processor now. Everything that was in the South Bridge, the ICH, has now moved up to the P55 Platform Controller Hub, PCH. And that includes things like serial ATA support, USB, Gigabit MAC, and manageability features. So leading up to this P55 launch, we've had the opportunity to get quite a few different motherboards in the lab from several different vendors. Look out for our roundup later in the month, but we want to give you a brief overview of some of the boards we've been testing right now. Intel's highest-end P55 board gives you SLI and Crossfire support right out of the gate, onboard Bluetooth, which is the only board we've seen so far with that, and a USB dongle for accelerating Windows Vista Ready Drive and Ready Boost. One of the features I've been impressed with ASUS's P7 P55 Evo is its Turbo V functionality, which is a hardware IC on board that will overclock for you. We were impressed with ASRock's X58 motherboards, and the P55 version looks to also be a very high-value product that exposes the full functionality of Intel's P55 chipset. EVGA earned quite a bit of notoriety with its X58 classified board for the overclocking community. Its P55 board looks like it'll be the same, also very fully functional. Gigabyte's highest-end P55 motherboard gives you 6 memory slots for extra scalability, 24 power phases, and extra cooling between the PCH and the voltage regulation circuitry. MSI's flagship is great for the bench tester because it gives you some onboard buttons, power reset, stuff you're used to there, plus the voltage checks to make sure your CPU and memory are all getting the voltage levels they need. With Core i7, for LGA 1366, we had to put the caveat in there that this was a fairly expensive platform. Now that we have P55, we have a performance story that looks similar, plus a platform and processor that are going to come in at less expensive price points. The boards we've seen thus far range from $100 to $250. The CPUs can be had for under $200. The overclockers are going to love this one. We've already hit 4.1 gigahertz in the lab on air, and the liquid nitrogen guys are seeing in excess of 5 gigahertz. So in conclusion, the Core i5, Core i7 are great for single-threaded, great for multi-threaded apps through turbo boost and hyper-threading, and at a price point that's attractive to the mainstream folks that would have bought Core 2 in the past.